Today, I'm going to tell you about one of the most significant public health crises of our time. A crisis that has assisted in 56% of our children now with a chronic disorder. 1 in 2 human beings now will get cancer by the time they die. What I'm telling you about is the myriad of toxins inside our water that we're guzzling down every single day that's causing chronic inflammation. And I'm going to tell you about a few of those. First one, lead. Lead is just not in Flint, Michigan. 10 million Americans still get their water out of lead pipes. Over 500,000 children have elevated levels of lead in their blood. The World Health Organization and the CDC both openly admit that there is no safe levels of lead in your blood. It causes brain damage. It's no good. Chicago, actually, the highest city with lead water service lines, 70% of the water tested showed lead in it. These next two are toxins we actually intentionally put in our water. First one, chlorine. Chlorine was originally put into water as a water treatment method back in 1905, and to clear up some of the bacteria and clear up some of the dirty water. Well, it turns out not that good of a good idea, because chlorinated water daily intake leads to 96% cancer increase. The next one, fluoride, main ingredient in toothpaste. The same toothpaste that tells you if you intake too much of that fluoride, you need to check yourself into a hospital. 1945, it was started putting into our water to basically reduce cavities. Well, not so good either. Over the last 22 years, there's over 27 studies showing an inverse association between fluoride and children's intelligence. Few more here. PFAs, basically solvents and lubricants, shown to be in over 80% of blood in humans. Another one, phthalates, which is essentially plastics, known to be an endocrine disruptor. Definitely not doing us any favors in the infertility rates across America. Both of these, not only in the public water, but in a lot of the main brands of bottled water, it's been studied. Last one, pesticides, specifically glyphosate, main ingredient in Roundup. This is being sprayed on our land, soils, 300 million pounds of it every single year. It's killing our soil. It's water soluble, so it's in our water. It's actually been shown to be in the rainfall. Definitely causes cancer and a whole host of other issues, and we definitely should not be drinking it or eating it. What can we do about all this? First off, get yourself a water filtration system. The one I use and recommend is the Berkey system. You can get one for your entire home, or you can get a countertop version for a couple $100. It removes all these toxins I talked about at about a 99.9% rate. And it gives your body a chance to heal. Remove that chronic inflammation it's dealing with. And then actually use that water and the water's healing properties to heal our bodies. There's a few extra things we can do actually to increase those healing properties of water. Water, we all think of water as, this just mundane structure, but it's one of the most misunderstood things in nature. Inside this cup of water, there's billions and billions of atoms and molecules moving around in here ferociously. In order for it to do that, it's got to have some sort of energy. And you can actually see they do experiments, and you put a tube down on the water, and water continuously flows through it, and it has this energy in the water. And they've taken a look, and down at the subatomic level, you look at the structure of the water, and it has this crystal-like structure to it, like a snowflake. And a lot of people call this water structured water. It has the energy in it. There's a few ways we can put this energy back into our water. The main one is sunlight. A lot of it's getting this infrared from the light photons naturally, this free energy in our homes, outdoors. It's getting this naturally, but you can actually get a jar of glass water, stick it outside, let it sit in the sunlight for a day or a couple days. It'll structure it even more, and it'll put that energy back into the water. Second thing you can do is put minerals back into the water that it's lost. Celtic sea salt, for example. There's a really cool experiment where they take these electric nodes, attach it to a light bulb, put in water, doesn't do anything. You put the salt in the water, put these electric nodes into the water, positive and negative, and the light bulb turns on. It's pretty incredible just to see the energy actually turn that light bulb on. Lastly, you can get yourself a structuring water unit. What this tries to emulate is the natural flow of water in nature through waterfalls and streams, going through the rocks and building that structure and that energy back into the water. So when we take it in, we actually absorb it and it heals us. Down into our cells, actually, water has the same structure. And if it's not structured properly and we have inflammation, then our DNA cannot produce proteins and work and produce and function properly. So to conclude here, what can we do? First off, you need to go to Berkey.com, see what's in your water, see for yourself. Don't just believe me. I would get yourself a filtration system, get all those toxins out, allow your body to heal, remove that chronic inflammation that we're dealing with, and then research some of these ways you can structure it and put that energy back into it, and then use and get water back to that healing power that it naturally has in regular nature.